Hey, so is it starting to snow? And you have your nice warm fire going in your home? What's missing? A nice hot bowl of vegetable beef soup. Stick around, guys, and I'm going to show you how to make it. Hey guys, welcome to the video. It's Matt Waters here, and today I'm going to show you how to make an easy vegetable beef soup. But first thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and put our oven on 450. So let's go ahead and do that right now. Alright, so we're going to let that warm up while we prep everything else. So what we're going to need, guys, is to get about a medium-sized yellow onion. You're going to need to get you one container. This right here is the 2-pound, 32-ounce container of beef broth. I'm going to need you to get 4 cans of diced tomatoes. You're going to need to get some fresh garlic or garlic froze like this right here. This is freeze-dried kind by Lighthouse that I use, and it works awesome. I love this stuff. Alright. So what we're also going to need to do is either get some russet potatoes, or you can get yourself some red skin potatoes. I prefer the red skin potatoes myself though. Get you some celery to chop up to put in there. You're going to need 2 eggs. You're also going to need some Crisco. And you're going to need some vegetable oil also. And then all you're going to need to get is some lean beef, which with this case is some hamburger meat, which is only 1.5 pounds right here that we're going to put in there. So that's about all we need. Alright, so you're also going to need to get yourself some frozen vegetables, right? Now, you can buy them in a big bag about this size, and it'll be mixed vegetables, right? But I'm making a big soup so I can share it with my family. So I like to buy individual bags of the vegetables. So right here we got green beans. And some people like to put peas also with their green beans, and some people don't like to use green beans and only peas. It's your choice. Today, I'm just going to use only the green beans for that part, right? Also, get yourself a bag of frozen cut okra, right? Then I need you to get yourself a bag of some whole kernel fresh corn. And then we're going to get ourselves a bag of carrots, right? And these carrots right here are the crinkle cut because they were out of the diced kind for the video. You also need some all-purpose flour for your cornbread, and then you're also going to need to get yourself some cornmeal mix like this. The pot size that I'm using for this big size of a soup is going to be 8 quarts, right? You don't want to use the little short one that you would normally use for like spaghetti noodles, right? So I'm just going to set this pot down, and what we're going to do is go ahead and get these big bags of vegetables out of our way, right? So let's take our knife, and we're just going to sit there and open the tops, and we're just going to pour that right into our bowl just like that. Let's go ahead and open all these. Because it don't matter right now, we'll mix that stuff all together while it's cooking. Alright, so that's your pot of the vegetables right there. So now what we're going to do is to go ahead and start tenderizing it up. I'm going to go ahead and pour my beef broth in there. Let's go ahead and do that right now. Next thing I want to go ahead and do next is to take my diced tomatoes, right? I'm going to go ahead and open up just 2 cans right now. I'm just going to put 2 cans inside the... Alright, so there's both cans inside the pot. Now what I want to do is take my pot and just stick it to the side. So I'm going to stick everything else out of my way for right now. The eggs, everything else. Now I just want these potatoes, right? And like I said, you can either get the russet potatoes or you can get red skin. I prefer these fresh red skin ones, right? So all I'm going to do is just cut these in a couple of pieces like this. Cut them in half like that. Cut them like that. Cut them like that. And then you just give it a crazy chop. Just like that, right into the pot, right? Alright, so now that I got my potatoes all cut up, I can just add it to the pot with the rest of them. So now we're going to take our celery and we're going to cut it up into fine pieces. And you're only going to need about the average, about 4 sticks. And this would be about 4 sticks. But I bought the bag of half size, so I got 8 sticks here. But just showing you, that's about 4, right? So I'm going to go ahead and cut these up now. Alright, so now that's in the pot. We're going to go ahead and cut our onion up, and we're going to get ourselves a skillet. Alright, so there's many ways to chop an onion up. People's got little choppers and all that stuff, but I like doing things the old school way. So I'm going to use my knife, and I'm going to show you how I personally do it. There's no right or wrong way, really. What I like to do is cut this bottom portion off first, right? Just like this. So there I have a flat surface just like that. And then I just want to go ahead and cut the little top part off real quick too, just like that. Nice and flat, right? Then all I want to do is take just a little square and go straight across. Alright guys, so you see that right there? That gives me access to get to the peel and pull it off in one nice sheet, just like that. And then I'm going to set it just like that so that it's flat and doesn't try to roll around on me while I'm cutting it. So now I just want to go right down the middle. Alright, then I just want to pick this little piece out right here. That right there, see that bulb? I'm going to pick these out. I'm just going to stick that and all that to the side. Now I just want to cut down the middle. Then I just want to come down just like this and chop. Alright, so that gives me that little bit right there, right? So then I'm just going to cut that a couple times, just like that, and that's it. That's good enough size for a soup, right? So I'm going to throw that in there, and I'm going to do that to the other ones now. Alright, so now that that's chopped up, I'm going to get my frying pan ready with some vegetable oil in it, and we're going to cook our meat, and then we're going to throw just a little bit of these onions in there also. Alright guys, so before I put my meat into the pan, right, what I want to do is take a little bit of my vegetable oil, or you can use olive oil. I just want to take just a tab of it. Alright, and put that in there. I got it turned up on high just so it'll get it hot quick, and then I'm going to turn it down just a little bit so it doesn't scorch the meat. And then I just want to take some of my garlic and I want to put a little bit of it inside, just a couple of pieces. Alright, that's all I need in there. And then next I'm going to take a couple of those onions that we chopped up for the soup, and I'm going to throw that in there. And we're going to let that get going first, and then we're going to put our meat in there once that starts sauteing. So as you guys can see right here, I got my onions and my garlic cloves sauteing all nice in harmony. That smells so great out there, guys. You know what that smells like. You're like, right now. So I'm going to go ahead and stick that back down. I'm going to cut the heat down just a little bit. And now I'm going to go ahead and add my hamburger meat to the mix. Just want to get all that in there. What we're going to do right now is we're just going to keep stirring our hamburger meat so it doesn't get too overcooked, and that way it'll keep our onions moving around so that they don't overcook. And we'll just blend it all together right here in the pan, guys. Saves time on mess and bowls, and you can just prep it all right in the pan you're going to cook it with, right? It's all mixing together. Nice. Show you up there what it's starting to look like, so you can see all the onions are mixed, the garlic's all mixed. Let's just keep some heat and keep it rolling. So as you guys can see, our meat's almost finished browning. We're cooking it and everything's mixed together nice and smooth. It's why make a big mess in all these different mixing bowls and all that when you can just mix it all together right here in the same pan that you're cooking with, right? We got all our onions mixed in nicely. We got our garlic mixed in with our meat. Everything's just mixed in nicely. So we're going to go ahead and finish browning that, and then we're going to move on to the next step. The next thing that you're going to need to do is get yourself a strainer, right? But instead of pouring all that grease in that pan into your kitchen sink, what I want you to do, right? This will help you out in the long run. Is take a wad of paper towels, right? Take you a big stack just like that. I want you to just set it down right on top of your stove just like this, right? Then you're going to put this right there on that. And then what I want you to do is I want you to take this right here, and then you're going to just go ahead and pour that into that right there. Get all that grease out, because you don't want any of that grease going down your sink, right? So now we're just going to stick this out of our way. Then what I want to do is take a couple more paper towels, and then I'm just going to push it from the top with it. This just helps get all that grease out of the meat. You don't really want all that. And we'll let that drain for about, I'm going to give it 1 minute to drain. And as you can see, it's just collecting it all in the paper towels instead of collecting in the pipes in your sink. And now that all the grease is drained out, we can go ahead and pour this into our soup mix. Alright, now we got all the ingredients we're going to need for our soup, right? Except for two more things. Those last 2 cans of diced tomatoes. We're going to go ahead and put those on the top, and then we're going to top this off with water. Alright, now we're going to take those last 2 cans and go ahead and dump those into the mix. And we're going to go ahead and stick it on, and we're going to go ahead and turn it on high. That way that thing can get cranked up with all the water in it. And like I said, then we're going to take a couple of cups of water and we're going to add it until it gets to about the top of these bolts right here on the handles. Alright, so now the water is at the top of these bolts right here. And then what we're going to do, guys, is take our soup spoon and we're just going to stir it up just a little bit for now. And then we'll put a lid over it. And we're going to let that cook for about an hour on a high temperature. And once it gets boiling, guys, you turn it down to about halfway. That way you can give it time to simmer all the juices inside the vegetables. Alright guys, so now that everything's cooking on the soup side, we're going to go ahead and get our cornbread going in the oven. And your oven should be ready by now if you went ahead and turned it on to 450. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to do is take my 2 eggs. I'm going to crack them in my bowl. And then I'm going to take my whisk and I'm just going to whisk them real good, real quick. Alright, so now that I've whisked my eggs, I want to go ahead and add a 1/4 cup of oil. Whisk that in together. Then I want to add 1 cup of milk. Whisk that all nicely together. Then I want to take 1 cup of all-purpose flour. Pour that in. Go ahead and whisk that up. And then lastly, you want to just add 1.5 cups of the cornmeal. Whisk that all together. Also wanted to note that if you're just making a small size soup of this version, you just need maybe 1 mixed batch of this, right? But if you're going to be making a big version like I am, I'm going to double up on the recipe so I'll have a bigger cornbread. Alright, so now I'm just going to take some of the Crisco right off the top right here, just like my grandma used to do, right on my fingers. And I'm just going to rub it all over the pan right here. Make sure you get the sides of it too. So now that I got all that covered with the Crisco, now I'm just going to take my mix and just pour it right in there. Alright, now that I've got it all out of the bowl, I'm just going to go ahead and shake it around till it covers the entire pan. Alright, so now we have all of our cornmeal mix spread out, right? And what we're going to do is we're just going to go ahead and pop that into the oven. Alright, so we're going to open up our oven, and then we're going to stick it on our bottom rack in the center, and then we're going to cook that for approximately 20 to 25 minutes. Alright, so just before we pull out our cornbread, I just want to take a microwave safe bowl or glass, and I just want to take a 1/4 stick of butter, and I just want to heat that up for 1 minute in the microwave. Alright, so now we can check on our cornbread, and as you can see guys, it is ready. Let's go ahead and pull that up and show you guys out there. That right there. So now we're going to set that up. Go ahead and cut our oven off. Alright, so now that the cornbread is out, I want to take my melted butter and I want to take my brush and I just want to brush the top of it. Give it a nice glaze on the top of that cornbread. Alright, so after you finish glazing your cornbread with the butter all around, then you want to go ahead and take your knife and you're just going to cut you some lines in it, just like this. We're just going to go straight across. Alright, so now our cornbread is sliced up and it's all buttered up, but it's a little hot, so we're just going to stick it to the side and let it cool down while we wait on our soup to finish cooking. Alright guys, so it's been about 30 minutes since we turned up the heat on the soup, so let's go ahead and check on it and see how it's going in there. You can see everything's nice and blended, the meat, the vegetables. Everything's coming along. We're still going to give it about 30 more minutes, so let's just stir it around really good. And then we're going to put our cover right back on it. And give it 30 more minutes. Alright guys, so it's been about 45 minutes, and as you can see, everything's looking nice and soft and well blended together. So what we want to do is we want to turn our heat down from high, and we want to put it on medium, and then we just want to cover it back up, and we want to let that just sit for the next 15 minutes on the stove. Alright, so it's been 1 hour now, and here we go guys. Here is the end result of the soup. Let me get you a good close-up right there. Everything's nice and soft and blended together, and it's going to taste great. Now we're going to just pair it up with our cornbread we made. And here we go, paired with the cornbread. Now some people like to take their cornbread and dip it in and eat on it as they eat it, but me personally, I like to break my cornbread up into the soup. That's just how I've always done it my whole life, and how I've always seen everybody else around where I live in South Carolina do it. And I just mix it all in there just like that. And there you go guys. There's you some good vegetable beef soup to eat on a nice cold snowy day. Alright guys, and that's how you make the classic vegetable beef soup with the cornbread on the side. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please hit that like button down below if you really enjoyed it. And also subscribe to the channel to check out my other videos. And until next time, have a great day guys. Peace.